This video was recorded by a young man who was on a road trip late at night. While driving, he saw this.
You know, I'm driving and I see some, look at the, there's something up here. Hello?
An eerie figure standing by the roadside. He turned around and shared his experience in a video. In the footage, a person with long dark hair stands in the dark, seemingly trying to scare passing cars. Some think this person might just enjoy frightening the drivers, which seems like a reasonable explanation, while others think it could just be a mannequin. A Reddit user was road tripping late in the evening when they drove by a cemetery. Suddenly, they noticed this on their Tesla's camera.
There's one. There it is.
Right there.
There's another one.
And it's walking. Both of them. Where's like... Oh my gosh. Now there's two of them. There's three. There was two just now. Did you see it? The little one, it turned into two.
He's just chilling.
What would be bad if somebody could knock on the window?
But that little one looks like it's a kid. But it was just walking. It's still walking.
To me, it looked like a horse.
Yeah, it was either a dog or a horse.
Like a dog or, yeah.
Yeah.
Probably a dog.
Some people suggest this might be due to camera glitches, reflections, or debris in the environment. However, the Reddit user and many other Tesla drivers insist that such things don't just happen. And it's even stranger, this happened at a cemetery. Could it be ghosts? In April 2021, while on a road trip, Mitch Kuhn was driving down the highway when he encountered something unsettling. He nearly hit a child who appeared to be wrapped in a blanket. Mitch couldn't stop in time, so he called the police to report the unattended child. After waiting an hour, Mitch called again to offer his dashcam footage, but was told that the child had been safely picked up and was heading home. However, the police later claimed they had found no child even after searching the area until 3:45 a.m. They also denied telling Mitch that the child was found. The next morning, volunteers searched for the child, but no one was found. At the time, there were no reports of a missing child nearby, leaving the child's identity a mystery. A man stumbled upon an accident scene in Asia and parked his car to see if anyone needed help. He noticed a local rescue crew already working in the river to remove the overturned vehicle, so he decided to take some pictures. Later, when he showed these photos at home, something strange caught their attention. If you look closely at the dark space under the bridge, you can spot an eerie face watching the scene. Could this creature be connected to the accident? This Russian driver's dashcam video captured something unexplainable. In the footage, a large truck suddenly swerves to avoid something unseen, almost colliding with other cars. After this near miss, a pedestrian casually walks out from behind the truck, as if they materialized from nowhere. It seems completely unbothered by the incident. The uploader believes this is a ghost, and if the video isn't edited, it's hard to argue against that claim. While driving his car on the highway, Paul Yearley suddenly felt nauseous. Sensing something was wrong, he turned off the cruise control. Soon after, everything went black and he passed out, with his foot pressed on the gas pedal. narrowly avoided hitting a power line pole and drove unconscious into a field. His car was then guided back toward the highway, but could not clear a hill. When his car started heading toward a fence, he regained consciousness, quickly grabbed the steering wheel, and pressed the brakes. This was the first time Paul had ever blacked out. A passing driver noticed his situation and called the police. He was taken to the emergency room, where tests revealed a hereditary low blood pressure condition was the cause. After treatment, Paul made a full recovery. A guy was driving toward his next destination when he noticed something odd along the way.
Yo, what the fuck is that? No mames. That shit's going off fast. That's not a person at all, bro. That shit disappeared. Wait, what the fuck? Nah, what the fuck is that? That's fucking scary, dog.
A small figure could be seen running fast in the distance. The figure had a human-like shape, but moved too quickly for any person. The guy quickly posted the video online, hoping someone would have an explanation for this. Pedro was driving down a road where his friends had previously reported strange sightings. As he drove, he noticed something truly disturbing. A pale woman was sitting on the right side of the road. She looked very unnatural, and her fingers seemed especially creepy. Even though he saw her clearly, Pedro decided not to stop and find out who or what she was. A man was driving in Brown Plains at 3 a.m. when he experienced something very disturbing. Take a look. After this strange collision, someone else quickly approached the car, which raised concerns that it might be a staged accident for insurance fraud. Worried about the possibility of being carjacked or scammed, the driver decided to leave the scene. In High Point, North Carolina, a dashcam records a scary moment at a train crossing. All drivers safely cross the tracks after a southbound train passes. But suddenly, the crossing gate lowers again, trapping both a truck and a blue car as a northbound train quickly approaches. The driver of the blue car panics and jumps out, running for safety. Meanwhile, the truck driver quickly reverses and crashes through the gates behind him. Unfortunately, the northbound train crashes into the woman's car, destroying it. Although the driver of the car runs away, she later turns herself into the police 2 days later. She faces charges for not having a valid driver's license and a railroad crossing violation. So, always wait for all the signals to be clear at train crossings, even if it takes extra time. This man was driving down a lonely road at night. Everything seemed fine, until his vehicle suddenly stopped working. As he sat in the eerie silence, trying to make sense of the situation, his dashcam captured something chilling. A mysterious figure appeared in front of his car. Shaken by the encounter, the man became convinced that he had seen a ghost. The figure's sudden appearance, combined with the inexplicable failure of his car, led him to believe that the ghost had drained his vehicle's battery, leaving him stranded in the dark. Using the Randonautica app, the driver gets directed to a random location, hoping for something spooky to happen. As he waits, he soon notices this.
Like I said, this dude's checking me out. I wanted something creepy. Yeah, this dude's just standing here, freaking staring at me.
This person doesn't move, but just stares intently at him. While the driver thinks this person looks creepy, it's possible the man is merely curious about why he's parked there. Even when the driver decides to leave, the man remains motionless, gazing at an unclear point. In this recent TikTok video, a couple captures a strange scene during their road trip.
That's freaking weird, man.
Isn't it?
Yeah, like there's someone else taking a picture.
Right? It's just so weird because it should be moving.
Yeah, I don't see any, like... I don't see anything, like...
Right? Alright, well, I'm ready to drive.
Yeah. What if it just dropped all of a sudden? Wouldn't that be freaky?
Okay, well, let's go before it just drops on us. That's so weird.
The video shows a bird hanging in the sky, appearing completely still. Its sideways position adds to the oddity, as this is not how birds typically rest. Looks like it could be a glitch in the Matrix. Two friends driving on a lonely road in Russia suddenly spotted a dark creature walking along the right side of the road. Thinking it might be Bigfoot, they decided to get out of their car and follow it.
Кто там вообще? Ты кто такой? Чувак.
However, the creature vanished into the forest before they could get a closer look. The footage they captured isn't very clear, leaving room for speculation. Someone was driving through an unsuspected heavy storm in Taiwan when things took an even more terrifying turn. A tornado was forming right behind the unsuspecting drivers. As the tornado approaches, it becomes powerful enough to lift vehicles off the ground. A white car is seen getting dragged by the tornado before it disappears from view. After the tornado passes, the white car is found stuck between two trees. But even more alarming is a woman who was thrown by the tornado onto the roadside. She suffered severe injuries and was rushed to the hospital. On the evening of January 9th, 2016, Deputy Jeremy Gortney was driving on US Route 101 in Newport, Oregon, when he saw this. A toddler was running down the highway. He quickly stopped his car and got out to help the child, bringing them to safety. Later, it was discovered that the 2-year-old had wandered away from a family gathering at a local community center. The family, who had been cleaning up after the event, lost sight of their child for just a moment, long enough for the little one to slip out the door. A driver was driving on a freeway in Glendale, California, when he encountered a terrifying situation.
Go to squeezed.com juice cleanses. You can make them spicy or regular. Plus, if you order right now before 1 p.m., you get delivered by 8 p.m. Yeah, same day delivery. Go to squeezed.com juice cleanses, all right? That's squeezed.com. Were you fired from your job unjustly? You need to know your rights.
Hey Siri, call 911.
Law Group for a free That's 800-485-1049.
Hey Siri, call 911.
Champion of employee rights.
The man holds a lead pipe and approaches the Tesla, violently hitting its window. Surprisingly, the window doesn't break. Afterward, the man returns to his own car and drives away. Further along the freeway, he is seen attacking another car, which speeds away to escape him. The incident was reported to the police, but they couldn't track down the Tesla because it didn't have any license plates. In the following days, the police received more calls about similar incidents, some of which were recorded on dash cams.
Wow. What?
Eventually, they identified the attacker as Nathaniel Radimac, a 36-year-old with a long criminal history and active warrants for his arrest. He has been linked to serious threats and stalking across 8 states. The motive for his highway attacks remain unclear. Nathaniel is currently in jail with bail set at over $5 million. In 2016, a strange killer clown trend took over America for a few months. While some did it for fun, others committed crimes like robbery and even kidnapping. One night, a family in South Yorkshire was on a road trip when their dashcam captured a terrifying moment. A clown suddenly appeared in front of their car, seemingly out of nowhere. In a panic, the driver quickly reversed the car and then shifted back into drive, making the clown jump out of the way. In New Sharon, Maine, a sudden flash freeze turned this road trip into a nightmare. A semi-truck approaching from behind lost control and crashed into her car, hitting 2 other vehicles. Thankfully, the woman and the 2 people in the white truck behind her were not seriously hurt. In this video, a motorist is driving on Upper Bucket Timmer Road when a strange figure appears on the cement divider. The figure looks like a translucent girl with long hair, wearing a black and white dress. Many viewers believe this is a ghost sighting, possibly of a young girl who died on this busy road. However, skeptics argue it is just a person standing on the divider, as you can see them step onto it moments before. But why would someone do that? Route 666 in Ohio is known for many paranormal sightings, including faceless hitchhikers and other demonic entities. A YouTuber called The Planet Earth decided to drive down Route 666 at night, capturing everything on his dashcam. In one part of the video, he captured something truly unsettling.
Okay. What is that? What is that? What is that? What is that? What is that?
There seem to be 2 glowing eyes on the side of the road, but it's unclear whether they are just a reflection of a road sign or something more sinister. If they are reflective markers, it's strange to find them in such an isolated area. Given the eerie stories about Route 666, it's possible these eyes belong to something far more sinister. Myrtle Sarosa, a popular model and actress from the Philippines, had a strange encounter while touring eastern Samar. They spotted a small, ghostly figure in the street. Myrtle described it as resembling a 10-year-old child with a pale face, dressed in a bluish-white shirt. They thought about turning back to help the child, but their tour guide warned them about ghost sightings in the area, telling them to leave quickly. Now, quickly subscribe before we continue with the next one. This man was enjoying a peaceful break during his road trip when out of nowhere, something truly bizarre happened. Fish started falling from the sky. In disbelief, he began filming the surreal scene and decided to check if the fish were real. He picked up a wiggling fish from the road, confirming that what he was witnessing was real. Some viewers, however, believe the footage to be a clever trick using CGI or AI effects. A more plausible explanation is the rare meteorological phenomenon known as animal rain or fish rain. This occurs when a waterspout or strong updraft lifts fish from bodies of water, such as lakes or oceans, and carries them high into the atmosphere before dropping them back down, sometimes miles away from where they originated. In May 2009, a police patrol car in Lumpkin County, Georgia, captured strange footage on a dark highway at night. The officers were chatting when they noticed something moving along the roadside.
Had the farm, daddy's farm, still got the land, and anybody coming on my property to look for no good, I'm gonna shoot them.
Absolutely. Whoa, the heck?
What the crap?
What was that?
Did you see that?
Yes.
Holy crap.
What the heck was that?
That was on.
Absolutely. Whoa.
At first, it was hard to see, but when the video was brightened and slowed down, a dark two-legged figure became visible, running alongside the road. It seemed to take 3 or 4 steps before disappearing from view. The officers' surprised reactions showed they were unsure about what they had just witnessed. This driver was on a road trip and was feeling a bit tired from driving for over 3 hours. Suddenly, he noticed something odd on the road in the dark. A figure wrapped in white cloth, walking without any light. At first, he thought it might just be someone wearing a blanket, but the situation felt strange. Could this just be a person, or is it something more sinister? Ronald Wiley was driving on Route 10 in West Hamlin, West Virginia, when suddenly this happened. He quickly braked, but the tree brought down others with it, causing them to crash on his truck. Ronald escaped the situation just in time, and while his truck sustained damage, he emerged uninjured. One night, a woman was driving to her hotel when she saw something on the road that made her stop. Her dashcam recorded the moment, and it captured a strange figure. Paranormal investigators later looked at the footage and said it was the spirit of a bride who died on this road in the 1980s. If it had been a person, there would be no logical reason for someone to simply stand there and then vanish moments later without a trace. A man was driving along a snowy canyon road in Utah. He approached a section without guardrails, so he was being extra cautious. That's when this happened right in front of his eyes. A pickup truck on the opposite side loses control. It crashes into another car, and both vehicles tumble down the canyon ledge. Fortunately, everyone inside both vehicles survived, mostly with minor injuries. While on a road trip, this family captured something terrifying on their dashcam. A large truck in the distance suddenly crashes into a small car ahead. Initially, the driver thought the small car lost control, causing the truck to hit it. However, if you look closely at the left side of the highway, you can see something strange. A thin black shadow figure standing still as cars drive past. Could this shadow have played a role in this accident? We may never know the truth, but the presence of the shadow suggests something paranormal could be at play. This family was enjoying their road trip when they experienced something downright terrifying. Suddenly, they spotted a woman in white blocking the road. They got so scared that they didn't even think about checking on her. They couldn't tell if she was a ghost or just a woman acting strangely. Would you stop to help, or would you drive away in fear? Now, it's time for these next terrifying encounters.